Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, which is on Next Gen Study Startup with AI Driven Protocol Understanding. My name is Pooja, and I'm super delighted to host the session. It's great to see such a diverse and global audience joining us today, including clinical operation leaders, trial managers, data management professionals, and transformation teams who are exploring how AI can accelerate study startup while improving accuracy, compliance, and inspection readiness. Today's discussion is all about turning AI from a buzzword into real world clinical value, specifically how organizations can reduce protocol complexity, shorten study timeline, and streamline configuration across CTMS, EDC, ETMF, and site activation. But before we get started, just a quick housekeeping notes. This webinar is being recorded, and a recording will be shared with all the attendees by tomorrow. All participants are currently on mute to avoid any audio interruptions. But should you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the Q&A section at the. You can find that at the bottom of your screen, or you can also drop your questions in the comments. If you experience any technical issues, do message us via chat, and our team will promptly assist you. And lastly, if you haven't already, please turn your devices to silent so you can get the most out of today's session. Thank you for joining again. We're excited to have you here. And with that, let's look at an agenda quickly. So we'll be covering about Cloudbyz and about our speakers. Then we'll just introduce about the Cloudbyz AI Innovation Lab. Moving on to the Cloudbyz eClinical AI focus areas. Then moving on to next frontier in study startup acceleration, key use cases for AI-driven study startup. And then we'll also talk through about the Cloudbyz human in the loop framework, completing that with a demo and a Q&A round. We promise a practical, insight-driven discussion that you'll be able to take back to your teams immediately. Now, before that, let me just quickly introduce our speakers for today. We first have Archit Pathak, who is a senior product manager here at Cloudbyz and also leads our AI Innovation Lab. Archit works very closely with sponsors and CROs worldwide, shaping Cloudbyz product roadmap with a deep understanding of protocol complexity, AI-driven automations, and real clinical workflows. Then we have Tanir Das, who's a life sciences solutions manager. Tanir partners with clinical teams across the globe to translate operational challenges into scalable technology outcomes with a focus on AI adoption, feasibility, site selection, and study startup accelerations. But before we dive into the session, let me take a quick moment to introduce about Cloudbyz. Cloudbyz is one of the fastest growing AI-enabled unified eClinical platforms in the industry, purpose-built for sponsors, CROs, research institutions, and emerging biopharma organizations that are looking to digitize and simplify the clinical trial lifecycle. What makes Cloudbyz unique is that the entire platform is 100% native to Salesforce, which means organizations get the flexibility, scalability, and security of the world's most trusted enterprise cloud without custom code or fragmented integrations. At Cloudbyz, our mission is simple: to accelerate the delivery of life-saving therapies faster and efficient to market. Our unified eClinical suite spans the entire trial ecosystem, including the CTMS, EDC, ETMF, CTFM, and safety and pharmacovigilance, which covers end-to-end life cycle of a clinical trial management. In the past 2 years, Cloudbyz has also taken bold steps towards clinical AI transformation. Through our AI Innovation Lab, we have introduced specialized accelerators like the ClinRact for automated PHI redaction, the ClinExtract for AI-powered data and entity extraction from unstructured trial documents, the ClinTranslate for medical document translations, built on agentic AI engine, purpose-built for end-to-end AI automation across the eClinical ecosystem. These AI-driven innovations are already helping organizations significantly reduce protocol review cycles, accelerate study configuration, and shorten site activation timelines without compromising quality or compliance. Cloudbyz is recognized by the Everest Group's eClinical Solutions Peak Matrix, the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing private companies in America, and among the top emerging pharmacovigilance startups to watch in the US ecosystem. We are headquartered in the US, in Chicago, the USA, with regional offices in Toronto, Canada, and a delivery center in Bengaluru, which enables us to follow the sun support for global clinical development teams. Our platform is built for rigorous compliance and quality. including FTA 21 CFR Part 11, GCP, GDPR, HIPAA, and ISO 9001 and 27001 certifications. But most importantly, Cloudbyz exists to partner with organizations not just as a technology vendor, but as a co innovation collaborator. We believe study teams shouldn't have to choose between speed, quality, of compliance. They can have all three with the right technology and intelligence. And so, for more information or to schedule a personalized demo, you could always reach out to our team at info@cloudbyz.com, or you can visit our website www.cloudbyz.com. And with that, let's get started. Over to our speakers.
Sure. Thank you, Pooja, for setting that wonderful introduction and the agenda for this meeting. Good morning, everyone, and thanks to everyone for joining us today on this wonderful day of Thanksgiving. Topic for today's webinar is Next Gen Study Startup with AI-driven Protocol Understanding. And I'm in fact as excited as you are to explore how artificial intelligence is transforming every aspect of clinical research as we speak. And that is why at Cloudbyz we are very intentional in terms of developing responsible AI frameworks that always keep the human in the loop. Our approach is not to replace study managers, clinicians, or regulatory experts, but rather to empower them. Our AI assists with speed, consistency, all the while ensuring that the human in the loop is able to track the accuracy, manage empathy, as well as the compliance of that particular material. So with that preset, let's dive into the Cloudbyz Innovation Lab and the purpose it serves. So at Cloudbyz, our AI journey is guided by one principle: data science and purpose. The Cloudbyz AI Innovation Lab is not just a technology hub, it's where product engineering meets real world problem solving. We focus on making AI explainable, definitely regulatory aligned, and also purpose built for the clinical domain. Now let me touch briefly on our core focus areas. The first of them being product innovation, where we are embedding AI across our eClinical suite of products, including the CTMS, ETMF, EDC, and the PV and the safety database, to accelerate trial operations and resultant decision making. The second, it is customer empowerment, where we are aiming to co-create AI solutions with CROs and sponsors for real-world ROI. The third is industry advancement. Here, partnerships with Salesforce and other platform providers help us to shape AI adoption that meets ICH GCP as well as the European AI Act guidelines. And finally, last but not the least, responsible AI, wherein transparency, fairness, and auditability are all baked into every AI feature that we are coming up with from our lab. So our mission is, just not to innovate, but also to enable that responsible adoption of AI in clinical research is, something that we strive to, attain, and also ensure that technology augments the human touch in the trial and definitely not replace it. Okay, so with that understanding of the purpose and the mission that the Cloudbyz Innovation Lab has, let's move to the next slide. This is where we specifically talk about the eClinical AI focus areas of Cloudbyz AI, and particularly again this is this there are a lot of aspects and features here that we are presently working with. There are some POCs that are happening, and net this is something that should be available very soon in the market as solutions that we can talk with you and experiment jointly with you. And my colleague Archit will again go over a few features of them during his demonstration process. But just to have a very high level overview of the focus areas. Now, what we have done is that like we have tried to keep it very simple for you. At Cloudbyz, we have our five key products that includes the CTMS, the TFM, which is for site and payments management, the TMF for document management, EDC for for data collection and management, and finally there is the voluntary recruitment solution as well. So what we have done is that we have tried to align our AI solutions and our AI accelerators across each of these domains so that the result and the expectations that you have are almost immediate to what you are expecting out of your current operations if you had an AI accelerator available with you. And accordingly we are trying to kind of bring these features in the market as soon as possible. But then as you go through the demonstration, definitely let us know if it sounds interesting, and we would be more than happy to collaborate with you and jointly experiment with you on what are the features that are available and how much we can help you in terms of overcoming the manual process that you're doing right now. Moving to the next slide then. Okay, so now that we have spoken about the AI Innovation Lab and what our focus areas are, let's try to kind of get some detailed understanding of the domain here, and try to really understand what are the bottlenecks that are available in the study startup space and how can we overcome them with the use of AI technology. So when we talk of study startup delays, the numbers, as you would already, have gone through during your own research and experimentation, is quite staggering. Across industry, there have been multiple reports, some from Tufts and some from, some other reputed companies that consistently show that almost 60 to 65% of all startup delays originate from the protocol complexity alone. There can be multiple reasons for it, but then these delays that occur for whatever reason it might be aren't really minor. Protocols today, if we have to look at the protocols from the last few years, have become considerably more longer compared to what they were 15 or almost a decade ago. And evidently, this includes more endpoints, more procedural nuances, and effectively more country specific regulatory layers as well. And this is where evolution that's happening in the protocol designing space. Manual interpretation of protocols becomes very time consuming and is one of the biggest bottlenecks that exist in the industry today. And and for that reason, we need AI based accelerators that kind of make the entire change and the process transformative compared to what we are doing right now. So, taking the first scenario, the first card here, protocol complexity as the core bottleneck. So, AI right now is, or what we are seeing and what we're working on right now is, to kind of develop AI which has the capability to read, interpret, and structurally break down protocol requirements. And what previously would take, approximately around 6 to 12 weeks of manual review can now be, done within a few weeks, or even within a day's time as well. And across pilots that have been conducted, by Big Pharma, by Cloudbyz, we are seeing that AI-driven protocol parsing has demonstrated material reductions, significant reductions in the cycle times of these various aspects. And again, just to be clear, since we're talking about reduction of effort in this, we are not really replacing any medical or regulatory judgment with our AI solution, or for that matter, any AI solution that's available in the market. Rather, it is to remove the administrative burden so that the teams can now focus on quality and strategy rather than just plain and simple document navigation that exists in the manual process. Secondly, extraction of key startup deliverables. Well, so now that the protocol has been ingested by the AI engine, there now the AI can be leveraged to accelerate the creation of study design structures, schedule of events or visit plan tables, and finally the ECRF templates as well. And across the pilots that Cloudbyz is conducting with its customers, we are observing a very good extraction accuracy, depending again on the complexity of the eligibility, the dosing windows, and the procedural timings that are available or is present within the protocol document. Now, this level of automation, as you can already imagine, will considerably cut down on the manual processing of these protocols. And more importantly, I think like, or I would say, as important as the effort, it also ensures consistency in terms of the ingestion of the protocol. And one and kind of this kind of leads to, in terms of downstream, it kind of leads to extreme reduction in the protocol deviations that might occur, because you are being able to consistently extract decision making or elements from your protocol that kind of helps you in decision making downstream. Now the third card here is on reduction in the clarification cycles. So again, industry data, based on what we have seen and read and heard from our clients, study teams typically take around 30 to 40% of their time in terms of clarifying protocol ambiguities, especially with the operation team across different countries and sites. And this is where AI generated feasibility summaries or country specific requirement checks and visit burden insights can effectively help to reduce these iterations. Okay, so moving to the next slide. So now that we have set the context for why protocol understanding is so critical, let's walk through exactly how the AI elevates each step of the study startup lifecycle. Now this slide shows 6 major use cases that organizations, including sponsors, CROs, and research networks, are experimenting with Cloudbyz AI. The first of them being intelligent protocol parsing. Well, here AI ingests protocol documents, even multilingual versions, and extracts key structural elements such as endpoints, assessments, inclusions, exclusion logic, procedural timings, safety lab details, and country specific variations. Now, once all of this has been parsed and extracted, this is and all of the parsing and the extraction is aligned to FDA's recent emphasis on having digitized protocols and the content being structured as per the available details in the in the protocol paper. And this kind of helps us to align with the overall direction where the industry is heading, wherein we are digitizing the entire protocol document. So what we do here is, we are using our AI not just to locate the text, but in fact, we are converting the PDFs into very structured and query ready data tables that kind of creates the very foundation of every downstream activity that you would do post the study startup process. The second here is the automated schedule of events deduction. So, schedule of events, as you might understand, is historically one of the most manually recreated and rewritten components whenever you're doing study setup on the CTMS or in the EDC. Now with AI, all these visits, assessments, windows, and special procedures are auto-detected and can be immediately mapped to timing and standardized as visit plans, which lead to major time savings in the digital transformation programs that any pharma or biotech might run. Third of all, AI generated visit plans. So AI, once the schedule of events have been ingested, AI can generate full visit templates linking each procedure to the specific visits, and this, in fact, ensures logic now, and this kind of ensures that every logic or every condition that is mentioned in your protocol document is accurately mapped within the study setup within your CTMS or the EDC. A major pain point wherein there have been a lot of inconsistencies in the past, wherein the study teams, when they're doing it manually, they might forget to include some of the parameters, which does not really happen, or we are completely bypassing that eventuality, because right now AI is doing the the complete steps of validating, correcting, and also kind of ensuring that every logic is mapped into the final protocol, the digital visit plan, sorry, that is generated within your system. And finally, the human in the loop review. Now this is again a critical step wherein, and as we have spoken before, our AI is, or one of the foundational elements of our AI is that it has to be so we are not replacing the human with our AI solution, but we are just trying to augment their capabilities with our AI solution. And that is why every effort that we make, or every feature that we build within our Cloudbyz AI engine, definitely has a human in the loop review available. And the idea is that AI will effectively provide the recommendations as accurate and as final as possible, but then the study managers at the end of the day remain the final decision makers of the process. And this approach, as you might understand, also strongly aligns with the GCP, the MHRA, and the European guidelines on responsible AI, and the upcoming FDA discussions on AI transparency for regulated systems as well. So while, to be honest, AI is definitely accelerating the extraction and the digital study setup process, the humans in the loop will ensure the correctness and the compliance of the entire process here. And finally, once the validation has been done, the AI generated data or the data points are then automatically moved across or flow to other Cloudbyz modules, which includes, so Cloudbyz, as you might know, or for those who are joining us for the first time, as you might know, that Cloudbyz has an entire clinical suite of products, including the CTMS, CTMF, EDC, Safety PV. We have the ePros, the eQuas, and DCT solutions as well. So effectively, once we have been able to validate parts and ingest the data points from the protocol within any of our solutions, we can seamlessly move this across our family of, or the suite of solutions that we have. And this is an extremely seamless process because everything is built on one common data model here. And finally, continuous AI learning. So we're not saying that our AI model is 100% accurate. There would again be some inconsistencies for which we are having the human in the loop. But then, as with any AI system, we are ensuring that our AI engine will learn from every mistake that it makes. Every correction that the humans make to the system will effectively be feeding it to ensure that the next time it is parsing a protocol, it does even a better job. All of these use cases taken together are effectively going to help any biotech or any CRO or any big pharma for that matter to effectively scale their startup operations. not just by adding more people into the mix, but also by augmenting their human skill sets with intelligent automation that learns from their pattern over time and ensures it does a better job every time it is given a new protocol to parse and ingest. Okay, so now moving to the next slide, which is human in the loop. Okay, so in this slide, we talk about one of the most important components of the Cloudbyz AI engine, which also I would say a principle that we abide by, which is having a human in the loop for every feature that we build. In clinical research, as we all know, no automation can be deployed without oversight, traceability, and audit readiness. And regulators worldwide, including the FDA, the EMA, the MHRA, and Health Canada, including others that are available, will emphasize that while AI can support the decision making, the final responsibility should definitely rest with qualified human experts. And this is where Cloudways uses a very balanced model, combining automation with structured human review. In our case, AI performs the heavy lifting, wherein it helps in automatically parsing protocols, extracting visit plans, identifying eligibility criterias, translating unstructured text into structured configurations. But then every single output requires explicit human approval before it is moved to the study setup process, and this is very configurable in nature. Given the entire nature of the Cloudbyz clinical platform is very configurable to ensure that it aligns to the regulatory and the process requirements that you have as part of your study. So we also ensure that our AI engine is or whatever quality reviews that you would want to have before you are ingesting or you are in a way accepting the AI output. We can do that for you, and we will also kind of ensure that all solutions align with the regulatory expectations from an explainability, traceability, as well as from a quality control process. Now, some of the aspects of the human in the loop framework: one is transparent review workflow. Now, one of the unique strengths of our framework is the comparison, wherein study managers can see the original protocol text, the AI generated extraction, and their own edits and comments. Now, this also ensures that all changes are very transparent and traceable, and the system also maintains a version control history so that auditors can easily view who has approved what and when. The second is control release to study setup. Now the approved data, after the human sign off approach, of course, moves into the CTMS or the other eClinical suite of solutions that we have. And this means there is no manual re-entry of data needed. There is no risk that you're taking in terms of version mismatches, of moving the copy from the AI layer to the document or the system layer. And then there are definitely no discrepancies that exists between the protocol interpretations across the various teams that work for your particular clinical trial. And so yeah, that is what I had as part of the humans in the loop framework. And effectively, just to re-emphasize on the fact that like we are building a lot of solutions in the eClinical space, and effectively, I think, like as Archit would also mention, we are almost having daily or weekly meetings with our customers and prospects and understanding what their requirements are, and we are fully committed to kind of engage the entire strength of our Cloudways Innovation Lab to co-create and co-experiment with you. And yeah, definitely we look forward to kind of understanding what more would you want us to do in this space. And in case what I just spoke about and what Archit will speak about looks interesting to you, please do reach out to us. We are more than ready to talk about the solutions that we are showing you, or even the solutions that we are not being able to show as part of the demo, and definitely engage in more meaningful discussions and take part in POCs or live deployments that you want us to do for you. So yep, I think that is what I had as part of the presentation. So over to you, Archit. Maybe you want to take this forward.
Sure. Thank you, Therese, for setting up the stage. Let me just quickly go ahead and share my screen. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the demonstration of our AI solutions. My name is Archit Pathak. As Pooja mentioned, I'm a senior product manager over here, run new AI innovation lab, where the idea is to bake in where the idea is to bake in use case driven AI solutions into our product, and also help our all our customers to adopt their very own AI roadmaps and help them get up to speed. So today, primarily, I'll try to keep it, since we have roughly around 30-35 minutes available. I'll try to keep it quick. The idea is we'll pick it up from our last webinar, which was on Clint Translate. We'll take a quick glimpse at that, and I would love to show you what our team has been able to cook up in the short span of time. The high level idea is to showcase the power of the overall platform of Cloudbyz eClinical application, which utilizes the extremely flexible Salesforce platform, and how we can bake in custom components versus and all our AI built agents and solutions across the board. So to begin with, this is where we were last time when we met. Starting with ETMF, this is our landing page. When you log into the system, this is the first screen which any user sees, which is basically a configurable dashboard. Now, this is again depending on every application that we have on our platform can have its own dedicated, tailored dashboard. On the left over here, if you see, all our applications are listed: CTMS, CTFM, ETMF, EDC. Depending on what our customers sign up for, what kind of access, of what kind of access the person logging in has, they'll see different applications over here. Now, again, this is completely permission driven. So let's say if somebody from the regulatory space is just wanting to have, you want to provide access to ETMF, they'll just see ETMF and nothing else. So keeping that in mind, you can just switch from here for to any application you want to go to if you have access to it. We have our site portal, monitoring portal, and ETMF and other applications. Moving from here, we have a couple of tabs over here, which are again application specific. So not every tab will be available in all the other applications. For example, EDC will have its own dedicated set of tabs over here, including the few common ones, which are accounts, studies, sites, which are available across the board. Now, the data is shared across all the application. It comes pre-integrated, so you don't have to worry about, I'm working on this in ETMF. How do I access it in EDC? We'll take a quick look at that as well, how seamlessly you can switch over. So if I just go to EDC for the sake of time, over here you can see the list of all the studies that you are running. Let's take oncology study, which we started with last time. This is how the study record looks like. All your study information. Again, all the fields over here depends on can be controlled across the application. So certain data pointers which are not relevant to ETMF can be hidden when a user logs into ETMF application with only access to ETMF. Now, this can be configured at the study level, at the CTMS application, EDC application, and it is again shared across the board. Now, over here, we can switch back to, this is how the ETMF looks like. The same study folder with all the predefined set of folders, which are holding area, study level, country level, and site level. These are just the high level folders. Again, these are all template based, so you can also bring in your own folder structure if you want. This is what comes out of the box. And again, just to set the stage, set the right expectation. This is a demo org, so this is a demo development org, which our product engineering team uses internally to build stuff. So this can vary from the actual demo that you see or the actual org that you get, but high level, this is what comes with the org. If I go to study level, you'll see the entire DI folder structure is baked in. So whenever you create a study, a folder is automatically created. The high level folders and the DI folder structure, as you have configured it, will automatically be present for you to start utilizing. Now, if you see over here, a little this folder is a little different, which basically shows that you can create custom folders as well, despite having the DI template. Or you can go ahead and create your own folder structure over here. It's just a quick click of a button. You can create new folders, you can update folders, and apply a DI folder structure within a test folder. Let's say if you just want to have a holding area with different sites and their documents come in, you can just apply that. Now, what I've done over here is files. I've created a custom folder with where I have all my files over here. You can just click on this and quickly take a quick look of the file. Oops, it did not work. There are a lot of files over here which might not work because of the constant development we keep doing. So this gives you a quick glimpse of the file that is uploaded, and along with a high level metadata. You can just click on this. It will take you to the artifact record. Here you can see the original file. Now for this example, I'm taking this document which is in Spanish. You have a translate button over here, which can, when you select this, it will automatically populate everything, create a translated file. And you can either go to that file and take a look over here, where it will, it will also have a look up to the source document, which kind of takes care of your document versioning with all the metadata populated. Now, by the way, just a quick glimpse on this, just quickly touch upon this, that our team is working on an eTMF agent, which we'll be able to demonstrate very soon, where the AI agent can go through your uploaded file and upload all your metadata for you. But that's a topic for the future. Hopefully, I'll be able to show you soon. This is the English document translated in English, where you can see the source document, the source file. And again, you don't have to go to another platform or submit it anywhere. Just clicking this checkbox takes care of everything. All the document is populated and an email is sent to you. Now, this is where the human in the loop part comes in, which we are trying to bake in as a default framework for all our AI initiatives, because we don't want AI taking decisions on your behalf. AI is just here to facilitate your work and reduce your overall time to market. Now, the moment AI processes any document, any data within your application, whenever the processing is complete, it will send out a notification. Now, notifications are configurable. You can have email notifications. You can have a bell notification over here, which can be directed towards maybe the owner of the file, or let's say if you have a proper approval cycle in place, it can automatically submit the documents for approval. Over here on the top, you have a preview translation where, be it on the source file or the translated file, you can just click on this button. It will show you, without changing screens or without running through multiple records. You can just click on this button. It will show you both the translated file as well as the original file. Now, let's say if this document consists PII information, you want to redact that. You have an option to redact over here, which basically utilizes our ClinRedact engine, which is pre-built to identify, which is built to identify PHIs and highlight them automatically. Or else you can use the platform for manual redaction as well. I would love to show that, but that's another topic. We have covered it in our past webinars, or if you would like to have a detailed demonstration of our ClinRedact engine, please feel free to reach out to us. Now, what it also does is, let's say if this is a protocol file, you can actually, we can configure it to be pushed back to your study record itself. So let me quickly switch to EDC from here. Let's say if I actually, you know what? Let me show you quick another thing. So from here, let's say you have translated the file, you have the document ready, and you would want to get the document signed. You have an option to e-sign as well. Now, if you will notice, there is a difference. Since this is not an English document, you see the preview translation document. You see the translate button. The moment I go to the source file, you don't see the preview anymore because this is already in English. That is again configurable. If you want, we can have the button in both the places. Now I can go from here. I can, just go to this document and sign it. Let me go back to the study record. I'll quickly switch to EDC. So if I just search EDC over here, click on it, it will take me to the EDC application. Now over here, if you notice, the tabs have changed. You no longer see the eTMF tab or the eTMF artifact tabs. Now this has more EDC specific tabs that are configured for the application. If I go to the study, let me switch back to studies. You have the oncology study. So this is how the data flows from one application to another. You don't have to push the data back to any specific application from let's say you are working in eTMF. Now the data is already available in EDC or CTMS. Now, let's say since I have the document over here, I'll just go ahead and e-sign. I have the document available. Let me just select the file. It will automatically pick your site 10 study and site team members depending on, and you can choose which person to send the document for signatures. I can just click on review and submit. It will take me to the Cloudbyz e-signature platform, which can where you can just go ahead and place the signature element. Let's say if I put it over here, I can put in some initial sections where my initials and everything will automatically show up. I can have in text and pre-filled text fields. The moment I finish this, it will send out an email to me asking me to sign the document, which I can go ahead and select to sign. It has come to my email. Now I have my email address configured, so I'll just go ahead and log in with my email. So over here, you can see, you have your own options to sign. I'll just select to quickly apply the signature. It will ask for two-factor authentication, just to keep it compliant with 21 CFR Part 11. Now, when I finish this, the process ends over here. It will send me a copy of the file with full audit trail and the actual document itself, and take me back to the signature application, which we will take a look at some other time. It gives me a quick glimpse and brings me over here to all my signed and completed documents. Now, the same file, if I just go back to my email, I would have received the same file, which is completed with signature and with full audit trail. It takes a couple of minutes to come in. Then once I have the file, what I can do is I can go back to ETMF. I can go back to my EDC, and over here, what I've done is I've created a AI protocol setup sample study record, which is just to showcase how, to actually show you the difference in terms of how a blank study can be changed into a completely pre-filled study with AI. So this is the document which I signed. I have my signature over here, and if I go all the way down, I will have my full audit trail over here with the event log baked in. Now, this is a sample protocol document that I have created. It is it is based on Avengers, so pardon me on that. I'll just go ahead and upload this file over here. I have an upload protocol document button. If I go and browse, I can just select the file, upload it, upload. Now, what happens is this is where the document actually goes to our AI engine. It evaluates the file. It will go through the metadata and try to find out what metadata can be pre-filled. It will automatically extract everything and update our study record over here with all the information that it has extracted. Now, it takes a while sometime to actually populate the data. Oh, there you go. So now all your sponsors, the clinical study name, protocol number, protocol name, the IND and IDE number, phase, UDRA number, your description, primary and secondary efficacy, including inclusion and exclusion criteria, everything which is there in the document has been populated over here. Now, what we are trying to do over here is also not just populate the file, but also associate it to the corresponding sponsor. Or let's say if you have a principal investigator mentioned over there, let's say if you have it is a site document, it has to be connected to a particular site. It can actually go through find the sponsor's name and look through the database, which is where, look through all my accounts and actually try and find that same sponsor and associate it to the study. Now, since it found Stark Industry Pharmaceutical over here, it actually went through the application, saw if there is an account which already exists with the same name. Now, the same thing, it also takes care if the sponsor's account number is mentioned or something like that. It can actually, it's even better for the AI because it makes a better judgment in that case, because now it has more parameters to compare it. So based on that, it has automatically stamped the sponsor as well for you. Now, if you see over here again, the status remains draft because AI does not, we do not want AI to go ahead and finalize the study. No matter, even if it is 100% accurate, we would still want a human to actually come in and review the data, at least, reducing your overall effort, considerably, rather than just filling it. Now, not only this, if you go here, you look at some sub tabs over here at the study level, you will see there is team information, which I mentioned, where you can add your team. Now, since there is no team members associated in the document, this is blank. I can just click on new and add more team members over here. Let me go ahead and add myself. Let me search admin. I'll just search as admin study. Actually, let me take admin study. Okay, I'll give today's start date. I'll give maybe next year. And I'll just go ahead and save this. Now, this is where your signature pulls the information from. Similar to that, you have planning, where if you would see, the visit plan is already there. Now, just to give you a quick glimpse of the file again, let me go ahead and open the file. Quick look. So this is your protocol file. This is the same file which we signed, different copy of it. Apologies for that. But this is the file. Your protocol summary is there. Your background, rationale, and everything is there. The study design, eligibility criteria. This is where it pulls the eligibility criteria from. And this is where your schedule of events is. Now, the AI is smart enough to identify where your schedule of events is. It will pick it up and create the visit plan for you, rather than just processing just the study record itself. So now over here, if you see, you have all your assessments over here and all your visits and all the visit details, right? So let me take you back to the visit plan. So if I come back to visit plan, I'll just open the visit plan for you. The visit plan is created. The visit, obviously, since it is creating it for the first time, it automatically marks it as the first version and creates the version for you. Now, if I go ahead and re-upload the same another visit plan to this one, it will just deactivate the existing version and create a new version for you. Again, by creating it 1.1 or 2, depending on how the system is configured to create the versions. It has automatically identified and created all the visit details, all the payment plans, all your procedure details, everything identified. If I take you to the wizard, this is how the visit plan wizard looks like. So now if you compare it with the original one, all your procedures assessments are available over here. All your visits are populated properly, from the document, along with all the, visit details, right? In terms of wherever you had a visit available, if there was again, if there was a text mentioned along with that, it will bring in that as that option as well. Now, this is the power that Cloudbyz, Salesforce, and AI can bring in together in one single platform. Now, this same feature used to take days to weeks in order to populate in the system, go through finalize the file, get it signed, approved. Then somebody had to come in and manually create all of this. So we can actually now prove that the whole manual effort of actually going in and doing the data entry job, which is kind of something that AI does pretty phenomenally, can be taken care of and done in less than what I would say 15 minutes is what it took. Now, as part of this, if you see here, your visits, your procedures, everything is already populated. You can go ahead and make changes. Everything is editable. Nothing is finalized. It is still in draft stage, not finalized yet. The first version is created. Now, this is, again, if you see here, there are still a glimpse of, development visible. So if you see here, the version name actually says AutoGen Visit Plan. Eventually, once it goes live, it will start populating the name of the protocol itself. And let's say if you have a naming convention, if you follow a particular format for naming, all of that can be incorporated. This is where you can view the version of the visit plan. Let's say if something has not been populated properly, which can happen, again, depending on how clear the file is, what kind of orientation it has, and whatnot. If AI is not able to read a particular file, what we have also done is bring in again utilizing our HTML framework. The AI is smart enough to let somebody know that, hey, you know what, this file is not clearly visible. Either upload a new file or take it up manually. So that's where your differentiation happens, instead of AI just trying to fill in some junk information. Now we are working to start showcasing confidence scores and justification for from AI, so that it gives you a clear indication of what data pointers or what documents you would want to focus, prioritize first, your focus first. So that's pretty much what we are trying to cover over here. Apart from this, if you go back to the study level, our product team is currently working on identifying not just the inclusion exclusion criteria, but let's say if your visit details have enough detailed information of what kind of assessments to be carried out, or procedures to are to be carried out per visit, it can actually go ahead and start setting up your ECRF forms for you as well. Now, mind you, the system comes with the standard CDIS ECRF library, forms library, which you can find over here. The forms library is there. Now, what it can do is, if your protocol document has the information of the assessments or the activities to be carried out per visit, it can actually go in and start building the ECRF forms for you. It will bring in the standard forms and start, let's say, for let's say for vitals, you don't need to collect ECG information, but the standard ECRF form has the ECG. It can actually remove it for you and bring in the form right now. So hopefully very soon we'll be able to demonstrate that as well. With that, I would like to conclude the demonstration. Pooja, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Archit and Tunir. We have already completed that time, but thank you so much to everyone who joined us today, and a big thank you to both you, Tunir and Archit, for your insights and hands-on demo. For those of you evaluating AI adoption for your organization, we encourage you to continue the conversation with us. Whether you're exploring automation for a specific workflow or a broader transformation roadmap, our team is here to support you wherever you are in your digitization journey. You will receive a follow-up email shortly with the recording of today's webinar, links to additional resources and product sheets, and an option to schedule a personalized demo. If you'd like to reach out directly to us, you can always contact us at info@cloudbyz.com or visit cloudbyz.com to connect with our experts. And on behalf of the entire Cloudbyz team, thank you once again for your time, your engagement, and your thoughtful questions. We look forward to partnering with you to accelerate clinical development and help bring life-saving therapies faster to market. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next session.